Hey, welcome to Trap Souls Podcast. I'm here with Stephanie Pitts from Haunted Havens and her special.
Oakley.
What was it?
Oakley.
Oakley.
Like the sunglasses.
Like the sunglasses. So Stephanie's Haunted Havens. She also is helping out with Cleveland Paracon, doing all that fun stuff. But tonight we're here mainly to talk about Haunted Havens and how they have kind of exploded onto the scene, doing paranormal tours, public paranormal tours. So let's talk about what got you into starting your event planning, I guess you want to call it.
Well, I guess it started like at least 10 years ago. I started going to Hilton Head, and that just was like our family spot. We always went there every year. And then I started doing the ghost tours in Savannah, because every time you go to Hilton Head, you got to go to Savannah, Georgia. So I started going to Savannah, Georgia, and I came across a company that I became really close friends with. They're no longer in business, but I stayed really good friends with them, which I just went every year to Savannah, like multiple times. And the only company that would allow me to bring my children was this company in Savannah. So, of course, I just kept traveling back there and taking them with me. But then it got to a point where, like, I wanted to go outside of Savannah and I wanted to do more, and nobody really let me bring her on public tours. And I started running into other parents that were having the same problem. They were like, I don't have $500 to rent out a location with just my kid, because we didn't have anybody else at the time. And we really didn't know that there were actual groups and things like that out there, because I'm just a loner in general. So I had no idea. I had no idea even about Madison at this point. I literally was traveling out of state. I was going to Gettysburg and things like this. And then I started doing some research about Ohio locations, and I realized there's so many that I could possibly be taking a bunch of people with, but I just didn't have the funds, like everybody else was saying, to take 2 people at a time to all these locations. And we wanted to do it more than once a month.
Yeah.
So I just decided I wanted to start my own company, and I wanted to do what they did out in Savannah, but instead of at one solid location or 2 solid locations that they do every single day, I wanted to do all over the place, because you can have your kids there if you rent it out as a private, so I sometimes allow, depending on the location, I allow kids to come, and it depends on their age and how like seasoned they are with the location and things like that. But for the most part, like Coco's, you can bring your kids anytime. Like, you've been there, that it would be fine for a kid to go there and ghost hunt. And like the theater, I would recommend like kids could go to the theater too and ghost hunt there as well. It's something that's more comfortable, and it's not like an asylum where it's like got some deep rooted dark history, that they would be exposed to, crazy types of stories. But I mean, even if you are bringing them ghost hunting, they're going to be exposed to that regardless. And the dolls obviously agree.
What about Madison or anything like that?
And she likes the asylums. Like, she's talking about Madison right now. That's her favorite place.
No, the infirmary is my favorite.
Okay, the infirmary is her favorite place.
Oh,
so that's kind of what got us into it. And then once we started doing that, I don't know, just like being a medium, like walking into places, I could feel the different energies at places. So I just started offering, like Coco's. We just walked into their place one time. My daughter got freaked out because she saw something. My youngest one, the tiniest one, she saw something in the event space that freaked her out really bad. And I was talking to Jess, the owner's daughter, and I told her what we did. And that was it. From then on out, we've been doing tours at Coco's. And then same thing with the theater. I just kind of go in and let them know that there is something there and what we offer. And some people don't want nothing to do with it. And then sometimes they are really interested and they want to get something going.
Yeah. So, I mean, is there a place or a limit where you won't allow kids?
Yeah, I would not allow kids to go to the Bel Air house.
Right. No, she won't go anyways.
She has been there.
Yeah.
And we have had an experience there. I also wouldn't recommend taking them to the orphanage in Gettysburg, where Rosa is. I wouldn't recommend taking kids there. Where else would you say?
Let me think.
There's not really many other places. I wouldn't take them to Broadwell.
What's Broadwell?
No.
Is it the place that you went to?
Yeah, she has no idea because she's never been there.
Yeah. So when were you guys at Bel Air?
Mm,
It was about 2 years ago.
Okay. So I'm doing a podcast coming up April 9th with Mandy from Ghost Sister, because Ghost Sisters don't exist anymore. So it's Ghost Sister.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, nothing happened. They just don't have time, and she does. So she's now the
Yeah.
Ghost Sister. But she went with us the last time we went, and I don't know, energy has changed there. I'm not going to say too much. Guess stay tuned to April 9th. We'll talk about it on the podcast. So
Okay.
a lot of people disagree with me, but whatever. But that's what
Is
it is.
it changed like in a lighter way or a darker way?
I think lighter.
I think not, but we'll see.
I said that you went there 2 years ago.
I was there last year as well too, but I did not take her with me.
I was there last year too. So, and a couple weeks ago. Just saying, it's my opinion, and Mandy and I talked about too. And
It is everybody's own opinion, and I do think that other people,
Depends-
like some people can detect other things that some people can't, and sometimes spirits hide themselves versus, each time you go. It's
Yeah.
always going to be different every single time.
But I have a theory, so I'm gonna throw that out there on the 9th. So
Okay.
we'll have to wait. We have Almay Paranormal going there on Friday, and that'll be their first time there. It's a group of 5 girls, and I want to get their opinion too. So we're waiting till after they go. Maybe they'll
Okay.
just prove me wrong. I don't know. So
Well, I'm not going there anytime soon, so I can't prove you wrong because I don't like it there.
no, there's Almay right there on chat. So no. So Oakley, why do you like Madison so much?
I don't know. It's just fun.
Just fun?
What's your favorite part about it?
I like the attic most because seeing the dead rats is funny.
The dead rats.
Yeah, they have dead rats up there, and I see their skull or something, and it's funny.
She gets a lot of good communication with like kid spirits when we go places.
And
Okay.
what's her name? Mary up there?
And Mary likes her.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously, Stephanie, you've been to Madison a few times. Have you? I think we talked about this a little bit, or you were talking about it. You did a solo up in the attic?
Oh my God. It wasn't, well, okay. I have been over on that side by myself. It wasn't like a solo. I mean, when I go there, like flashlight tours, I go by myself sometimes. Like, like I told you, I'm like always by myself. So when I go there, like I'll go talk to Shelly and stuff like that. But then I go out there by myself. But one time I was there with, on a public tour, and they were all on the Civil War side. And I don't like it over there because those Civil War ladies just don't get along with me. So I let them do their thing over there. And I went over and I was in the attic on the asylum. And the doctor up there, he doesn't like me. So I had my bell out and he ended up breaking it. I had to turn it off the rest of the night. It was broken. He anytime I'm there, he tries to come at me. So at this point we try to just keep the peace and stay away from him. But I was just over there by myself, or I'm always over there by myself, but I did do a solo in Otis and Mary's quarters with Carlo and their team, the Entity Explorers.
Yes.
They invited me as a special guest with Shelly, and we were there with Rebecca and Adam, and we were doing a bunch of different stuff. But I was doing an actual solo for my first time ever with cameras and stuff in Otis's quarters. And of course, he hates me. He literally threw a nail at me the last time I was there, besides this one. And it was creepy. You guys will have to watch it on their YouTube channel.
Okay.
And I don't know what they're going to post about it, but I know right now I could not hold up that camera the entire time in my hand. And they had all these things around me. So I set the camera down. They made me do EVPs up there and they gave me a walkie-talkie. And I'm up there and nothing crazy really happened up until when I put the camera down and I started doing EVPs. As soon as I started doing the recorder, as soon as I played it back, the creepiest whispers started coming through. And like when you're up there by yourself and you're playing those back and you're hearing what's actually around you by yourself, it was the scariest thing ever. So I'm like getting even more nervous because I hear all these creepy whispers and everything going on. So I'm like trying to like keep the conversation going for their like episode, because Carlo's like, oh, talk about what you're doing. Talk like explain everything. I was so scared I couldn't even move. I couldn't say anything. So I don't know what's going to be on that freaking video, but I was petrified. And I was like, so I know one of you guys know who threw the nail at me the last time I was here. And as soon as I said that, like that TV, like display that's in there when you like walk in, it's like an old TV. So I'm standing there and I have the recorder and the camera going on that TV. And as soon as I asked that, something just smacked the TV as hard as it could right next to me. It was right next to me. So, when you get a knock, it's like across the room or down the hall. It was right next to my face. I was like, okay, we are done. We are done. I'm calling them up here because it was stressing me out. I was honestly a little bit nervous. So I grabbed the walkie-talkie and I'm like, hey guys, I would really like you to come up here, because I wanted them to hear the EVPs. And then that knock just like really freaked me out because he's thrown a nail at me. So at this point, I don't know what he's capable of if he can make a noise that loud next to me. So I'm like, all right, time for them to come up and check on me. And I had like 10 minutes to go. So I had made it to the 20-minute mark. I like walkie-talkie them. I was like, hey, can you guys come up here? And they didn't say anything back to me. So I said it again and it was like all static. Nothing. I couldn't hear them trying to talk back to me. So it made me start panicking even more, because that's weird that it's not working. And they finally come up, like they were like, yeah, we're coming. We can hear you. So they came up, and when they came up, they told me that my static dome, the pink light behind me, it's like a little device. I had it on Maddie and the doll in the, the home base area, the lobby. I had it sitting on Maddie, and they said when I had walkie-talkie down that went flying off of the wheelchair, and they had to find the battery piece. It like went flying off because it had knocked over. So as soon as I walkie-talkied into that, they knocked over the thing down there, and then they came up, and I played everything back for Carlo and Jake. They had came up and checked on me, and I played everything, and they were like, oh my God, like what the heck is going on here? And they're like, are you sure you can finish off by yourself? And I was like, yeah, I'll be fine. It was just, I'm telling you, when you're by yourself up there for that long, it doesn't seem like that big of a deal until you're in it and things like that start happening.
Yeah, the last time I was up there, I did a 45-minute solo up there, and I had them lock me into the back rooms. They closed it, latched it, and I'm usually fine up there. Guys are usually fine up there. It's the girls that get all the crap up there. So I always talk crap to the doctor up there. Well, I think he got sick of me talking crap. Now, I didn't get anything on EVP, but the feeling up there was terrible. Yeah. And I never felt like that before in the whole hallway. All the way around. But the thing is, if I stepped in between where the doctor's chair is and the room next to it, there was like a 2-foot space. I felt totally fine. As soon as I stepped out of that space, I mean, my attitude changed. Like I was up there talking crap. I'm like, hey, dude, me and you, let's go at it right now. I'll tell you what, about 25 minutes into it, I did 45 minutes up there. I was like, dude, I was just joking the whole time, man. Like, we're cool, right? The door was shaking. The double doors to the attic. There's walking. And they were down in the lobby. And when my buddy came up and got me, the door was unlatched. The door is unlatched and open. I'm like, okay, cool. Like it felt like someone was trying to get in there or get out. I have no idea, but I'm gonna do it again.
It's definitely an experience. Like I would recommend somebody at least trying it for 5 minutes just to understand that overwhelming feeling that we're talking about, because it's beyond a fear level. It's like anxiety and your heart is about to pop out your chest and you can't even control it. Cause like you said, you're just like not expecting it and it almost comes out of nowhere and you're like up there and you're all confident and you've been there enough, you've been there 1,000 times. I've been there plenty of times, but this time when I was in that moment, I have never felt something so intense. Like he was trying to kill me.
Well, So I was talking to Kathy Sparrow's husband.
Yeah.
They donated another table up there, and he believes another doctor is attached to that table. He's saying that's the reason why it's changed up there so much. Do you feel that when you're up there? He thinks there's 2 doctors up there now.
I mean, I definitely think there is a couple doctors, whether it's from the table or whatever the situation is. I know that that doctor has always had a problem with me.
Okay.
I think because when I would go there and like I would bring people there with me and like give a tour and explain like what areas what and what spirits are up in there, I could pick up his energy. I had visions and seen like different like things that spirits have shown me that they have went through with that doctor, and it's not nice, and I don't like him. So I will talk poorly about him. And then when I started doing that, a lot of people that were coming with me were getting really bad experiences. Like my aunt and several other people that had come with me that wear glasses, they were freaking out. And it was multiple occasions and different occasions with different people, multiple times. Every time I would go there and I would tell the same story about him being a nasty person, somebody would get affected negative with me. Like it wasn't me that was getting affected. It was the people that I was bringing. Like one person got a scratch across their back of their neck. My aunt, she had to take off her glasses. Her eyes just wouldn't quit watering. It was like somebody had like put something in her eyes and they were burning very bad. And up until she got out of the attic, it just wouldn't stop. And then there was another person that wore glasses that experienced the same thing. There was just like subtle little things that I noticed that he'll do to like keep me out of there. Because of course I'm not going to take people up there if he's doing crazy stuff to them. Yeah. So I guess we came to a happy medium, and I just decided to quit saying bad things about him. And we haven't had any problems since.
Well, I'm going back, so I mean, we'll have words, I guess. That's just me, though. I mean, I hate when spirits just mess with women and not men, because it was always the same thing. Like I said, I've been there 15 times.
And I'm not like an antagonizer either, but there are in particular spirits that I'm not going to say they deserve it, but they have it coming to them, especially when they run into like a person like you or me, where we just like know what's justifiable. And I mean, it's not like we're being totally disrespectful. They did way crazier stuff in their life than what we're saying to them through words in any day. So for them to even get mad is kind of, you know.
Yeah, it is what it is. But let's talk about some of these other places that let's talk about what you have coming up. I mean, you got 4 or 5 places coming up too that you're doing.
I have a bunch of stuff that is not listed. I literally need to get it on the calendar because we have so many things coming up.
Like we have Farrar coming up.
We have Farrar coming up in October.
Oh, how is that? Great.
No, we're actually going to Farrar in a couple days just for a visit. So that's what she's talking about right now. But we go there all the time. But our event is in October, and we're going to be doing Malvern Manor for 2 nights, and then we're going to do Farrar. And I'm kind of debating on adding Farrar for a second night, because if we're already all out there, if you've been to Farrar, you know, like if you've only been there once, if that's your first time, you're going to have like such the best feeling, because every time that I go there, it's amazing. You're going to have that like high of wanting to do it again. So I might as well just book it again for 2 nights, do 2 nights at Malvern and then 2 nights at Farrar.
Don't forget that one time that you went there without me and Penny.
She gets salty when I go there without her. So that's what she's talking about right now.
Obviously you have Coco's coming up, West of Ear, Fairfield, and you said something about you got Madison now.
Yeah, Adam said that we could hold events there. I don't have it on the calendar yet. What else do we have? We have ISS that we'll be doing this year. We're going to do a 2-day camp out there.
That's nice.
Indiana State Sanitarium.
Oh, I'm going.
So, I'm going there. I think
We've never been there.
Neither have I. So we're doing Billy Creek one night, then Indiana State the second night.
Oh, that'd be cool. We're going to go see Billy Creek during the day. It's a big village that's like a bunch of different buildings next to the Indiana State Sanitarium.
What happened?
I don't know what happened. I've never been there. I know nothing about it.
I know there's like 8 or 9 buildings that we're going to investigate. That's in August. We're going to go there. So.
Okay.
Can we go there?
Yeah, we're going to be going there in July.
Oh, well, let's go.
It'll be there before us. Warm them up, Oakley. Yeah, warm the spirits up, okay?
She does. What she was just talking about when I went without her to Farrar, it was because she was in school and she misses enough school going and doing ghost things. So
Hospital.
she could not go. And the spirits out at Farrar like her so much, and my other daughter, Penny, when I got there, they realized they weren't there. And I have never seen them not speak for more than a day if they're mad at us. It went on for almost 4 days.
I had to call
On the public tours. They would not speak to us because they were not there. I had to put their school pictures in the closet and like do like a little, basically a shrine of them because they were so ticked off. They wouldn't speak until we video chatted them. After we gave them a video call, it was done for. Like they lit up everything. They were back to normal, but we had to make sure we video called Oakley every day or they would not speak to us.
Well, plus I had school, so I can't video call you guys during like.
Up there, so that's Bobby Nacho from Verona Ghost Chasers just jumped on.
Hello.
Yeah,
I can't see anything. Anybody hopping on or anything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I try to throw some comments up there. So,
He has one of our dolls.
Yeah.
He got Tommy. Do you remember the little doll?
We'll get into dolls in a little bit.
Yellow hair.
I have some issues with some dolls.
Well, we have 1,000 dolls here.
So Farrar, they try to make it out as in the shows like very dark. Is it?
No.
I will not lie to you.
I know.
There are dark things there. But when I'm there, they don't even like bother us. It's like tucked away. If you're not poking at that, if you're not looking for that, that's not what you're getting when you get in there. The school is very light energy. It's fun. It's a school. So I always explain to investigators when they get there, don't go poking and prodding at what you see on the YouTube videos. Like just stay away from that. And this goes for any investigation. Just stay true to yourself and just talk to the spirits like regular people, especially at the school, because they are highly intelligent spirits. They know exactly what's going on, and
they're very nice too.
They just want to play. So that's why I think Oakley gets the best activity, especially her and Penny together. They don't go in asking those weird questions. They don't ask them, "Oh, how'd you die?" This, that, whatever. They don't want to hear their backstory. They keep them like in the present real time and treat them as they're actually there with them. And I mean, we get things moving. We get crazy disembodied voices.
We got tapping in the, what's it called? The library. And also
things will happen on command.
I saw a doll move before.
So dolls move. You can get tapping on command there. Especially if you bring them a gift. I mean,
we bring them gifts every time we go there.
We bring them so many things. If you go there and you do a private, like without us or whatever, all the little clay animals throughout the school is all Oakley. She handcrafted them herself.
I had to put them in the oven too to make them.
She baked them. She put a lot of work into them. There's toys that we brought. We play Candyland with them. Like I said, we treat them as just normal human beings. Yeah. And we just do fun stuff, and they love it.
But they're the K2s. We make them as K2s.
What?
We make the ghosts as K2s for like us to actually see them sitting and stuff.
Oh yeah, we put equipment everywhere for them, and we don't treat it as like, I don't know. We have designated things, especially in Miss Martin's room for the kids there. The REM pod's a no, the bell's a yes. We put the tripwire out. They all have their different preferences, and I know them so well that I just know what they like, and I just put it where they like.
That video.
She's talking about stuff that goes on at the school, all her memories.
This reminds me of like old hospital on College Hill. So Tanya and Charlie do a pretty good job. They do actually have kids go there during a day, and they do little history tours there. And they say when they do the history tours and someone comes in that night, it's very active.
Yes. They're in a good mood. They've got a different type of energy. They got to see some new faces. They don't get to see kids that often.
I mean, I always think of like hospitals, like when someone's sick, I mean, who comes visit them? What makes people smile? Their grandchildren, their children.
Exactly.
And that's what I thought of when he was telling me that. It's like, that makes sense to me.
Yeah, at Fairfield, they were asking through the portal. Jeff Bent and patients were we were in the funeral parlor, and we do a lot of TikToks in there. So
no,
at one point they did you say hold on?
I said no, come on, you do TikToks?
Well, okay, so we were doing a bunch over the summer, and those spirits in there, they were so irritated because we just like try to bust out a bunch of them at one time in one spot. They were so sick of it. They knocked my phone off of the table as it was recording, and I posted it. Like, you see me like run to my phone and like pick it up and like put it back on the table. They brought that up the last time I was there. They were talking about the TikToks because they were like, "Don't you dare start doing that right now." And I didn't have any of my kids with me, so they were mad about that. And I had left the room, and Jeff doesn't know the girls' names like off the top of his head. He didn't know Penny was her name, and something came through the vent box and I wasn't in the room. And I said something, I had brought up Penny, but I wasn't in the room. I was like, so I said something about Penny, and then it repeated again through the vent box, and patients and Jeff looked at me. They go, "They just said something about Penny. We didn't register that it was like your daughter, Penny." They were asking. They ask for them. They like them and they have a good time. Like I said, they just treat them with respect.
Yeah.
I remember how I play cards with them, and like, but number 7, does anyone know number 7?
So she's saying how she plays cards, and like she'll speak for them. At Bill Manor, she played Duck Duck Goose, and we the night was quiet. Like we had crazy activity the whole night, but it had died down because it was about like 1 a.m. and like guests were going to bed.
2 a.m.
And it just kept getting later and later, and the activity was kind of dying out. But as soon as she came down, because it was just me and one of my guests, Tim,
yeah,
we were down in the basement where the color room is, and we had all our equipment out and everything. Nothing was really going off too much. But then Oakley comes into the room, and she's acting all crazy, and she's like, "Who wants to play a game?" And she starts going nuts. And me and Tim, we were so bored, we just kind of like let her do her own thing and just go play because we were done. And she's like, "Let's play Duck Duck Goose." And the whole tripwire just lights up. So she starts on the nodes. She puts stuffed animals and she starts ducking around in a circle.
No, it was tripwire.
Yeah, on the nodes of the tripwire.
You said stuffed animals.
You put stuffed animals that were in the room on the purple lights. You can watch the video. So that's what she did. She had put them out, and she was like, "Okay, this is you. This is you." She asked how many people were there, and she designated a thing to each person. As she went around and she ducked them, it literally chased her. The tripwire chased her around in a circle. I mean, it happened multiple times over and over. It was...
The schoolhouse was crazy, too.
And the schoolhouse in Gettysburg. She has a lot of different connections in different states.
Oh, the farmhouse. They're crazy, too.
She likes the farmhouse in Gettysburg as well.
Isn't there a bridge out there?
Yes.
You know? It's your favorite bridge.
Stodge Bridge. No, that's not my favorite bridge anymore. That used to be. After what happened.
No, because I know, was it Chris Boggs? His daughter goes out to the bridge a lot.
We met them out there.
Okay.
That was her first time. That was like our first time meeting them face to face. We just met up on Stodge Bridge.
Okay. I know they like it out there, so.
Yeah, they love it. They love the orphanage.
Ooh, how do they love that thing? I was crying. You're not older than that girl?
Just like a year.
Parakeet?
Yeah, she got a doll from us as well.
Okay. Yeah, I saw that. So it's okay. Let's jump into the doll whole shenanigan thing. Now, I don't have an issue with dolls. The issue I have is 15 years ago, there wasn't many haunted dolls. Now there's millions of them. What is the reason for that?
I think that there was always a bunch of haunted dolls, but I think now that with social media and people wanting to be popular, I think it's just an easy way for people to get attention. Like, "Oh, I have this haunted doll here. It makes a K2 spike. Buy it from me." And then it's just like a bunch of people see this and they're intrigued by it and they want to have their own little piece of paranormal at home to play with, so then they don't have to go to a location, or they want to take it with them to the location. I think it's just becoming bigger and bigger.
Now, I always said that you can always make a haunted location by asking questions. If you keep asking questions, spirits will come. Is that the same concept with the haunted dolls? Are they creating the dolls to be haunted?
I mean, they very well could be. I know that I'm not purposely like putting spirits in mine. When I get my haunted dolls, either people give them to me because they just feel off or it's like a creepy vibe. And 9 times out of 10, there is a spirit attached to them. When I go into like antique stores and stuff, that's usually what I do. I don't even take a K2. I don't take any equipment with me. I just either look at them and try to just like get a connection with them mentally or just listen to them. If they want to come home with me, they give a vibe. There's just a certain type of energy that you can feel, but then I don't take any negative spirits home. If I have brought them home, they've mistaken, like I haven't picked it up that they are nasty or whatever, but we don't have any problems in our home. The people that get the dolls from me, everybody's pretty happy that I'm aware of. I don't think I've had any complaints really.
I forget what I was gonna say. I'm gonna say something.
That's
What
okay.
about
I
that
do
one
that.
time that they all fell down?
What?
What about that one time they all fell down from your bedroom?
So sometimes when I get a new doll and I put them in my personal collection, because I don't add to my personal collection very often, these are the ones that are for sale. So in my room is where I have all the ones that are like, you know, mine, that are my girls. So they're
Yeah.
all up in my room. And if I get somebody that I think I'm going to keep and I put them in a spot, if the girls don't like them, they will knock each other off of the shelves in the middle of the night. It's like a freaking cat fight. So you have to pick and choose like where you're going to put them, and you have to talk to them and make sure that everybody's okay with each other. They'll let you know if they're not.
Yeah.
Remember Peter and Sally? Those two would fight a lot.
We did have he wasn't all the way negative, but he did not like me. Every time I touched him, I would get super nauseous and sick. But if Oakley or the girls picked him up, he'd play his music box.
Mostly me.
Now, I'm going to play devil's advocate a little bit because that's what I do. I mean, I'm huge on like, when people use dowsing rods, Ouija boards, I believe there's a lot of human influence, sensitives. I believe there's a lot of imagination. Not a lot, but your mind can play tricks with you.
100%.
And I think like the doll craziness, also people just want a haunted doll. And can they trick themselves to believing that it is a spirit attached to it?
I do think that people can do that. I have dolls that have had a spirit in it, and for some reason now the doll's not haunted anymore. And I put them away on my shelf. I mean, we don't get any activity. Like, they will not answer any questions. It's been months and months. I get nothing from it. I don't know where they've gone. Have they hopped to another doll? Did they stay at a haunted location that we took them to? I don't know. But I know that when I use dowsing rods or when I use these tools, even the bell, everything, I think that you should be a skeptic of. I think that you should just trust your intuition and pay attention to the environment. But I do think people get too excited and they're so paranormal happy that their lights in their house set off a K2 and they're asking a question, or somebody in the other room got a text message that made that K2 go off at that in particular time, and they just like roll with it. I just think that you have to really use a lot of different methods and pay attention to it if you actually want to make sure that your stuff is authentic.
Again, so spirits, you're talking to a
Tripwire.
doll. It's been going off a few times. I've been watching it.
They haven't been on a live in a week, which is way out of the ordinary for them. So as soon as I started putting the stuff out, when me and Oakley were getting ready, the tripwire was the first thing down. It was like back to back to back. They were like, heck yeah. I was like, we're not getting on our TikTok live. We're getting on somebody else's live. And they still were just going nuts.
Yeah, making a house haunted, I guess, if you can. But like spirits, since you're talking to that doll, a spirit could attach himself just to a doll. They're not attached to the doll itself, but they're attached to you talking to it. Does that make sense?
I do think that's a possibility. But I do think that spirits are attached to dolls. Like, I know for a fact that Carmilla, she can stay with her doll, but she can also travel without the actual object of the doll. And at different locations that we go, they call her out. They love her. Like, she is like a fixture of Haunted Havens, especially at Farrar. She's on their page and their videos because when we're not there, I'll get text messages and videos from the other guides and the managers that work there, and they will send me a video of like people saying her name through Estes and like asking about us and stuff like that. So that's really cool to see, especially when we're not there. It's like they've built a relationship with people, like the spirits that come and go with people, and they miss their friend.
So do you think she's attached to that doll for a specific reason, or is
Yeah.
it's just a vessel?
I do think that spirits attach themselves to dolls for specific reasons, just like they do certain furniture, like mirrors and chairs. Anything could be haunted, like you said, home or whatever. Carmilla, she is a Latina girl that went through something terrible, and I think that she likes that in particular doll because it resembles her physical body, like to a T almost. It's like her, and I don't know why it's that specific doll. Maybe I don't know. I couldn't tell you. Maybe it's the color of the dress that she likes, or it's the eye color or something. Maybe it's
I like the lip gloss on it.
the lip gloss on it. Who knows what it is that's in particular? Girls have different reasons why they pick different things.
That's what I was getting at. Do you think, did she own that doll before? That's why she's attached to it, or is it something because it reminds her of something? That's why she's attached to it.
I think there's so many different reasons. And what's crazy is when we have TikTok lives, Steve Brought from Haunted Nights, he hops on there very frequently, especially after midnight. It's just like our time zones, I think. It's just how it matches up in like his schedule or whatever. So if anybody on here that gets on my lives, they've probably seen Steve in there. The dolls, when he hops on, no one says anything. Like, I don't even tell them he's on, and we'll have the Fent box going. They talk about him when he is not on the live. And then as soon as he hops on the live, they are aware of it, and they start saying his name. He can hear it through the phone, and he leaves a comment, and he's like, oh, hell no. Like, here we go again. And it's hilarious because, like, some people who don't know what's going on still hop on the lives because they're curious. And I'll have people, regular guests that get on my TikTok lives. They don't come to talk to me. They come to talk to the dolls, and they know the names of them at this point. They know they bought them. They all have their personalities, and the guests on my TikTok like are very aware of this. So I have like several people that always hop on, and they greet the dolls through the comments, and the dolls will react to the comments. They can read the comments and interact with you. And we have proven this. I have left the room and left the live going, and people in the chat have interacted with the dolls. They will ask them questions, light up the tripwire twice if you can see this. Tripwire 2 times immediately, and then they'll have them do something else. It's back to back. There's no denying that they can't read the comments. Like, one girl got on there. She goes, what the heck is going on? You people are crazy talking to these dolls through the camera and all this stuff. And people in the comments, they like got on top of her. They were like, you need to try it. Say hello to them. And then she was like, say my name. And she heard her name crystal clear through the Fent box. And she was so freaked out. Now she hops on all the time and she talks to them and they ring the bell for her and they do all sorts of stuff.
I mean, obviously I'm not a huge doll person. I'm not scared of them. There's so many other things.
I was the same way. So like, I did not think there was like haunted dolls and stuff like that. I was a skeptic of it. Sierra, my cousin, she comes with us. She was the one who actually, like, she's kind of like my assistant. So she wanted to like do her own spinoff with the paranormal with Haunted Havens, like have her own thing. So she started the dolls. This was all her. She started redoing them, giving them makeovers. And I had no idea that was a thing. And I told her she was stupid. I was like, second of all, no one's going to buy a freaking painted doll. And I was like, and the dolls don't like it. Like, honestly, people doing that should really ask the dolls before they do that, because we had a doll that the reason why she stopped doing it and the reason why I have them is because she got so freaked out by this doll after she gave it a makeover. She made it look like the doll, like the girl from the Exorcist. I don't know. Some Emily girl. I don't watch scary movies.
Emily.
I don't watch scary movies, so I don't know. The Poltergeist, I have no idea. But it was disgusting. She made it look like vomit was coming out of her mouth, and she made her very ugly, and it was a cute doll.
Bleeding?
It was not a pretty picture. This doll was threatening to kill her. It was a bad scene, and she thought Oakley was lying because we put Oakley under Estes while she was doing it.
Because I told her not to do
Because
it.
I was literally telling her, I was like, the dolls don't like that. Stop doing it. She goes, oh, I'm doing it. They don't have a choice. This, that, whatever. I paid for them, and I'm doing it, and they'll be sold. And she was like being very aggressive. And at that point, Oakley's under Estes, and she starts repeating what the dolls are saying, and it was not nice. Like, I had to tap her out and be like, okay, we're not doing this. And Sierra ended up leaving. She stopped in the middle of painting them, and she left and went home. She was so scared. She never touched the dolls anymore, and she left them at my house. So I had all these 20 dolls that were like half done, half not done, and they were doing stuff around my house. Like, we were having knocks happening, like all sorts of crazy stuff. And I was like, all right, I have to do something. So I put them in the basement. I gave them a table, and people were coming over and they're like, oh, are they really haunted? And I'm like, yeah, you can buy one. And people started buying them when they would come over. So I was like, this actually might be a real thing that people actually are interested in. So we started getting more, and people started giving them to me. Like, one old man, he gave me like 3 boxes full of crazy vintage dolls. And he said that his wife passed away, and he said they creeped him out, and he just gave them all to me. And I still have a bunch of them still from him. But it's just like things like that. And a lot of the dolls did have spirit attachments. And then some of them don't. And some of them get given to Naomi, and she plays with them.
She has 1,000.
Oakley, what's your favorite doll?
Right here. This one.
So this is a recent one. She has her own up in her room. I do not like this one.
This one's my favorite.
She's obsessed with that doll. I did not want to get it. The only reason why we have it is because she begged for me to get it at the store. It's actually going to Farrar because Anna, one of the managers, hopped on my TikTok live. She likes her too. And she was like, I want that doll for the school. I want to put her on a desk in the doll room. And I was like, okay. I was like, we'll have a doll for me at the school. I'm like, why would we not do that? So she picked that one, and Oakley was really happy about it because now she gets to go and see her doll still there. Because I told her we're not keeping this doll. We can get it, but she will be sold because it's not staying here.
But why? I don't really like her.
And then Anna also got this one, and it kind of looks like her. So it's kind of creepy that she picked it. So this one will also be at the school. If anybody goes, they'll see her as well.
My little baby.
Oakley, let me see that doll.
Hold it up close.
Okay.
And it sits like it's huge. Like, look at it. It's literally bigger than my freaking head.
I love her though. She's my baby.
She actually was supposed to get bought by Mandy Fair. She was on our TikTok live because Mandy gets a bunch of dolls from me. Like, people literally hop on and they pick their dolls, and the dolls interact with them, and they tell them like who wants to go home with them. And if they don't want to go home with them, they literally say like, F you, I don't want to talk to you. Stop. Like, they will not engage with that person. And then they move on to the next one, and they end up finding the one that interacts with them, and they have a happy ending. But yeah, this one, I don't know. It just has a weird vibe. Mandy wanted to get her, and then Mandy picked a bunch of other ones and put her back. And this doll was so upset. The cat ball went off for days. It was just like agonizing. I felt bad for her. And then she went silent for like 2 to 3 weeks and wouldn't speak on the lives at all.
Same with Patience. She wanted to get her.
And Patience was going to get her. Like, this one's been through the ringer. Everybody wanted her and then put her back. So she's had her heart broken like multiple times. So now she's going to the school, and she'll have her permanent home there.
Her permanent home should be upstairs where Marta is.
No.
Yeah, but you get to visit her, Oakley, so that's good.
You have to pick and shoot. You can't just like, when you sell haunted dolls, you can't keep all of them as much as you would like to. It's just too many.
I don't have a haunted doll. I don't plan on it, so.
Oh, you will.
I might have one, but that damn thing's locked in the attic somewhere. So
I think once, like, if you were to like hang out with a haunted doll at a haunted location and see the benefits that they do bring, like I said, Carmilla, she's so good with new locations, especially if there's younger spirits.
Mm-hmm.
She teaches them how to use the equipment. She gets them to interact with us a lot quicker if we've never been there, because she makes them feel comfortable with us. Because, you know, when you go to a new location, it's kind of hard if the spirits are picky and they don't know you. If they like the spirit of the doll, and it matches their vibe, you honestly can get some better activity versus not having the haunted doll there.
I still guarantee you I still won't own one. It's not because I don't like them. They don't scare me. I just don't see a reason. So that's just me, though. I mean, there's plenty of people out there that like haunted dolls, like Nacho. Well, first of all, Deborah from Verona Ghost says hi, Oakley. Hi, Stephanie. And hi, Ryan.
Hello.
Hi,
Nacho
whoever you are.
said,
She's so nice. She's such a
Nacho
people
said
person.
that doll made him nauseous when you showed it.
Which one?
And-
The one in the white?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, she's done with lives. She hates people on lives now because you all have broke her heart so many times.
But they're both in white. Yeah.
No,
And you hear they interact as I'm talking on the live. Like they're talking with us right now.
I want to say that dead bell sounds pretty good. So I mean, I don't know.
It's like the silver one too. It's not the red one.
Oh,
you know,
it's not the one.
it's
Oh,
not
man.
the janky one.
Janky. It should still work.
To be honest with you, I used it. I did not use the silver one at Broadwell all weekend. We only used that red one. It worked just as good as the silver one ever did. I mean, we keep it at a really low because they're so sensitive.
Yeah,
like the red
they're
ones are
very
way more
sensitive.
sensitive.
Yeah.
But we had great stuff with it. So
I still have to do a how-to video on that. So
you definitely need to, because people, every time I pull it out and they're like, it doesn't sound awful. I'm like, yeah, it works great. You need to talk to Ryan.
that was funny. That one TikTok, it jumped on, and you're like, "We're just talking about you." I'm like, I just got this thing together. I don't know if I want to take it apart, show you how to do it, but I will.
Yeah. I have a lot of people that ask about it for sure.
Yeah, I'll just do a TikTok. I never do TikTok, so maybe I'll do that.
Dang.
All right, Cleveland Paracon, how's that going?
I have a lot of updates that I need to put on there. I just been so busy with just like a bunch of different projects behind the scenes. I'm just trying to keep it in the algorithm by sharing all the things and just keeping different things afloat. But I don't want to give away too much right now because we're still so far out. So there's still a lot of cool things happening, but I'm not going to announce all of it at one time. But we definitely need people to make those raffle baskets. Like I made a post today reminding people, even if it's like one item, put it out there. And like there are so many, I want it there to be so many prizes that even if there's just one small thing, that everybody gets an opportunity to win something.
I came up with an idea today. It's been back in my head, back and forth. How am I going to do this? But I need to talk to you on the side about it. So
Okay.
we'll talk about that later. But yeah, I am wearing the Trap Souls shirt.
I wear mine all the time.
And it's Cleveland Paracon 2026.
Well, the one you gave me, I wear.
Yeah. So this is the new one
That one's cool.
for Cleveland Paracon.
Yeah, I like it.
And I have another one I am designing. I have a problem with designing stuff. I create a shirt. I'm like, this is it. No. A week later, I create another shirt. I gotta make this one too.
Well,
So-
you have a thing for making designs.
Now I'm on the memes. As you can tell today, I was all the doll meme today. I think I'm gonna make this Trap Souls National Doll Day.
There you go.
And because I just created a whole bunch of doll memes today.
Well,
'Cause I know I was
no,
talking
you
to
can make that the holiday when you get a doll.
I told you I have one. It's locked in the attic.
Dang. I think she come.
That doesn't count.
It does. I have it's in my house.
He keeps his
Somewhere.
doll trapped in the attic. Do you guys hear this?
That's crazy. That's rude.
You don't want to mess with this doll. I'm telling you straight up. She evil.
We don't have any of that.
We don't need
She-
any.
She's been up there about just the tripwire just went off. She's been up there about 13 years.
Oh my gosh, that was a huge hit.
Dang, that's
Yeah,
rude.
13 years.
13 years.
Yeah.
That's a good number.
I mean, maybe she can get out for good behavior. I'm not sure yet. We'll have to decide that.
Should he let his doll out of the attic?
Do a thumbs up.
Light up the tripwire if you think you should let her out.
You got like 10 seconds. I'm not going to play this game a half hour later. It lights
Don't
up.
be threatening them, telling them they got a time limit.
No, I
Oh,
could, oh,
the tripwire!
Now you have to let it out.
all right. It might go to Mansfield with us this Thursday. We're not sure.
Oh my God.
But
That's just like putting their stone at it for 13 years.
yeah, I think Justin from Southern Ohio Paranormal Society needs to hold. I mean, it's probably 2.5, 3 feet tall.
Oh wow, that's a big doll.
Yeah.
2.5, 3 feet tall. That's tall.
Yeah, it's a.
I mean,
We're just gonna. I don't even know its name. It can just stay up there for now.
Yeah.
So.
okay. Well,
They'll
sorry.
come out sooner or later
Yeah,
I'll be back.
when the time is right.
when the time is right. Maybe when I sell the house, I might stay with the house. Who knows? We'll see. We'll let the next people deal with it. I don't know. So, I mean, what else is going on? I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on with Haunted Havens. I mean, it's kind of taking off. You're getting a lot of new places.
I mean, not many new places. I'm always looking for new places. So if anybody has any recommendations, but sometimes people don't allow events. And then I always have to like consider how far they are from us. And like my guests like to do 2 days if we're traveling far. So we just did Broadwell for Friday and Saturday because everybody drove a long distance. If it's over 4 hours, they want to stay 2 nights. So I've kind of just,
Good boy.
I need to like hunker down and really start pumping some stuff out because I'm working on a website right now. I cried the other day making it because that's not just something I'm good at all. It's like out of my comfort zone making something like that. So it's a learning process. And like I said, yeah, I literally cried because I couldn't get the links to like match up when you clicked on something. If you don't know what you're doing, like it's honestly hard and it was stressful and it takes time. So I'm just like slowly trying to get better at posting things more frequently. And sometimes you just get like in a personal funk and you just don't even want to be on social media, which is terrible for my business because it runs off of social media. And if I get into a funk where I just don't want to be in that world and like I just disassociate with social media, it really takes a hurt on my algorithm. I can't lie. And it doesn't pump us out as much as it was. And then people don't see our stuff. And I need to get better at just staying on top of that type of thing. I think it's just like the winter blues. I just want the sun to be here. And I think once that happens, I'll be better and things will just like start flowing more for me.
Yeah, I think the dolls need some vitamin D back there. They just lit it up. So,
well, that's funny you say that because I do actually take the dolls outside. We do things outside. We investigate outside with them. I think one time we took Carmilla to a park. Where did we were at a hotel and I can't remember, but when I was leaving, I had heard her like intuitively say like she wanted to come to the pool with us because we had an indoor pool. And so I took her with us to the pool and Oakley was like, "Mom, people do not want to see a haunted doll at the pool." Da, 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 da.
Like,
and she was so mad that I brought Carmilla to the pool and I did not care. People weren't looking, but I put her in her own little sun chair. She had all her stuff with her and she went to the pool with us. Yeah.
When I had the worst time.
30 years ago, you would have been locked up. You know that?
See, we're trying to out there.
That's fine. I mean, I probably should technically still be locked up, right? It's kind of crazy.
Locked up where?
In an insane asylum.
You can go visit her in a few years, Oakley. Don't worry about it.
You did something bad?
She has no idea what's going on. She's so used to this. It's just a normal thing for her.
I mean, that's the big topic right now, though. It always has been like kids investigating. Are you, I guess, subjecting them to something that they shouldn't be subject to?
I mean, if I'm going to be doing something and they have an interest in it, why can't they come with me? I mean, do do they hear the history of like some gruesome things that is going on? Maybe once in a while, like they are exposed to that. But if I walk in and tell the tour guides, like, we don't need to hear the history, we'll figure it out ourselves.
Yeah.
Then you're honestly going in and you're just working with equipment at that point, and you're just trying to figure out who the spirit is and what's going on. And as an adult, as a parent, if something is coming through that you think is negative or inappropriate, shut it down. Move to the next room, quit engaging with whatever you're engaging with, and teach your kid, this is what we don't do. Instead of like keeping them from it and making it a secret, like teach them, educate them.
Yeah.
So then they know. And by the time she's our age, she's going to be a way better investigator than us. I mean, she's going to have techniques and tools and things that people that are just getting started at our age, she's had all those years behind her. She's going to be way more advanced. She can continue to teach people how I do the proper way to do things.
I have something to say. Actually, I won't be investigating that much because I'm going to be in the military and a famous wrestler. So
You gotta have goals. I mean, my son's in the military right now, so
she wants to be in the Air Force.
that's where my son is.
The tripwire. Yeah, she wants to be in the Air Force. And just because when you get older and you have those other things you do, doesn't mean you won't investigate still.
Well, like, I'm going to be in there still, but I can still investigate. I said I can't that much.
But I'm just saying you'll be able to... People go on public hunts to learn and to get their feet wet in the paranormal and watch and observe others, because they're probably just either curious or they just don't know what exactly we do, which is what Haunted Havens does. You come with me. We treat it as like a private, I try to keep the group small. I try to do different things. Like last night at Broadwell, we did a seance, craziest seance I've ever been in my life. But just like different things they get to experience, and they can take those tools and those techniques and go create their own ghost group. I don't care what they do,
Yeah.
But I think that it's important for them to know the right way of doing things versus watching YouTube and trying to roll with what you're seeing on that and putting it into your investigations, because that shit is fake. Like we all know that takes hours and hours, and they cram it into a little thing and it makes it look like you get all this stuff. And then these new investigators are going in and they're thinking all this crazy stuff's going to happen. They're taking the wrong approach, and the spirits are tired of it. And that's why I said with Oakley, there's none of that. You're taking a kid who doesn't have any of that and you're putting them into these situations, and it's just a different new energy for those spirits.
So let's talk about that a little bit. So 20 years ago, this wasn't that big. 15 years ago, it wasn't that big. You had the TV shows, and that was it. The more and more people got into it. So why we do this, I'm like playing piano over here, but why we do this is to get answers, to learn about whatever you want to learn about, the afterlife, the spirits, the history. Now that we're actually starting to break, so I think the community is going in the right direction for the most part. I think we kind of got away from, I'm going to make a lot of money doing this. I think a lot of people realize you're not going to make a lot of money doing this. You're going to spend a lot of money doing this.
Exactly.
And you passing that down, then her passing that down, we might get to a point where, yes, we're starting to get real answers.
Right. Exactly.
Because it is fairly new. I guess you might call it science or study. So once we start, I mean, look at all the equipment that has come out in the last 5 years.
Oh, yeah. And it's still, people can think of something, look at Austin Maynard. People like come up with something and go to him, and he brings that to life. So just imagine with AI and the new things coming out, what's going to keep coming out, and we're going to get closer to getting better. Like the Fent box, my Fent box is on point. I don't know about anybody else's, but we literally can talk to the spirits at Farrar here in Ohio.
I can tell you mine's not, because I don't have one. So
I was waiting for that.
no, I was just redoing, I was doing the audio, editing the audio of Jeff Fence today. And, when you re-listen just audio of a podcast, it is unbelievable. So much more respect for him. Like I had it before, but just listen to the audio, the way he talks, the way he's talking about stuff. It's just unbelievable. And but
It's
also made me laugh because I brought up you and all that fun stuff. And he said he is gonna make me one when the weather breaks. I get a hold of him and still trying to find stuff from my grandfather. So
I was gonna say, so with me in my box, like I notice everybody just not rushes, but they're just so quick to hand him something because they want it made so quickly. My REM pod's going off. Sorry. I don't know if you can see it or not, but
no, it's just right out of view.
it's like going crazy. Oh. Yeah, I don't know why it's doing that. It hasn't been going off at all this entire time. Okay, can you hit the reset? Can you back up for a second? Yeah, they got it into a thing.
I
Can you
think it's
hit
just a
that?
sign. Jeff, make me a box. I mean, that's what it was.
I mean, yeah, I seen him at MadCon and I walked up to him and asked him if he could do it for me. And he was like, oh yeah, sure. Like, what are you thinking? And at first I wanted a dollhouse and we could not. Oh, you can hand me, I'll change the battery. We could not for the life of me, like find one that would work good, like the wood, the size, it had metal in it, whatever the case may be. I gave up. I was tired of it, but I really
Yeah.
wanted a dollhouse, and I didn't want what everybody else had with a radio, because I had looked for radios and I just couldn't find something that was me. And so when I was out at Farrar, I was doing a bunch of cleanups of different rooms outside and things like that. And there had been this drawer sitting outside that I threw out there, like literally when they first bought the school and we had cleaned everything out. This drawer had been sitting outside for the longest time. All the other trash got thrown away except for this drawer. And I had put the drawer outside and I just kept looking at it. And I just grabbed it and I brought it inside. I took all the dirt off of it because it had been out there for so long. And it was like pretty like wet and nasty and everything. I brought it inside and I took a picture and I sent it to him. I said, will this work? And he goes, I think that will be good. We'll give it a try. Let's do it. And I was like, whatever. At least it's like part of a place that I have like close to my heart and that this place means a lot to me.
Yeah.
So I got the drawer home to him and he took it and I gave him a bag of crystals and I told him, just do your thing. Bring it to life. I trust you. Like, I just gave him the freedom to do what he wanted because I know he has a really good creative mind and he can just pick the vibes up off of different people and put it into that work that he does. So
Yeah.
I just let him do that. And I think that he captured my personality into it really well. He put the crystal in it. He illuminated it from the bottom, which he had never done that before. And he put the green, it's in my car. I wish I would have brought it in, but it's got the green light that glows inside of it. And then the bottom of it is the wood from the tower that's not in Madison anymore. And Madison's my second favorite place as a location. So it's just really meaningful to me.
No, I mean, I was trying to find something with my grandfather. I actually looked up his ship. It was actually sunk in 1973.
Oh, I was bad at that too.
Sorry.
So obviously I can't get anything off of that ship. I mean, it's in the bottom of the ocean somewhere.
Yeah.
So I'm just kind of like, looking at World War II Navy artifacts, see, like with your dolls, see if something connects to me, to him. So I'll find something sooner or later. And my plan is actually to go down there and, help him make it. Because he said, he has no issue with that. So I'm going to go down and learn and maybe, help make mine or make someone else's. That's fine.
When the time comes, you'll know.
Yeah. Trust me, I keep looking at artifacts. Nothing's talked to me yet. So sooner or later, something will.
It will.
Nacho jumped off. He had to run. So if you're still on, have a good night, Nacho. But Deborah's still on. So,
Okay.
I don't know. What else is going on? I mean, you got a lot of stuff going on. What, last time we really didn't talk too much about Haunted Havens and you're investigating. What is one place that you would love to investigate?
I would really like to get to the Sally house. the Winchester House. I would really love to go there. There is another place that I would die to go to, but it's so far. It's like 14 hours or more. The SK Pierce Mansion, that looks badass.
All right. Everybody, I mean, that's the thing. Like everybody's like United States, and I'm always like UK type person.
I guess I've never really thought outside of the country yet.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of, both. There's still a lot in the US I haven't hit. I would love to.
I think that there's one place I wouldn't go is like where, wherever, the things with the Nazis took place and the Jews, where they have like all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like so like when you're intuitive and you can like pick up energy and stuff like that, like there's just like places like the orphanage at Gettysburg. Like me and Oakley will never go back there because we're picking up and we're channeling things that had taken place there, and it's not cool. Like you like almost relive and feel those emotions that went through that place. And so like one and done for us at the orphanage for sure. I couldn't imagine seeing the shoes or like just stepping on the grounds alone and picking that energy up. Cause like when I go to Farrar, I try to explain to people, it's the energy of the land that you can feel when you step out there. The school has no reason to be haunted. So when you step onto this land and there's this tree, it's like one of the oldest trees in Iowa. Anybody that comes on a tour when I'm there, I make them touch this tree. I get very intuitive with like the land and nature, and we have a lot of respect for our environment when we go on my hunts. And that tree means something very deep to the spirits in the school, and they will talk about how they're connected to that tree. And for whatever reason, I think the structure of the school is like a lighthouse, and it's almost just like a temple for spirits to like go, and it's on that plot of land, and that's why it's haunted, because there's no deaths, there's no anything bad that happened there for it to be as haunted as it is. Just like the theater. I think I talked about this with the theater with you. The things that take place for hauntings, there's certain places that I just wouldn't go because of what took place and why they're haunted. Like the Viscilla Axe Murder House, I have no desire to go there.
I want to go there.
She wants to go there. No, I mean, it's hard because you're a lot more sensitive psychic medium than I am. So I think I'd have to go there to feel it.
Yes.
I'm not going to get an intuition like I shouldn't go there.
Yeah.
Which is good because like I am going to the UK and we're doing 4 places and I'm excited about it. It's going to be fun. But I mean,
did you see that?
Yeah.
They're excited for you.
Yeah. Like Graiseley Hall, we're doing that the first night when I land. And I think it's called the Skiered Inn. It's in Wales. I've heard about that lately. We're staying there the night too and doing an investigation. So
the Stanley Hotel, that sounds cool. It's in the US though.
I want to go.
I don't know if you've been there.
I have not been there. And I kind of heard that place like you can't really investigate. You can rent a room.
So the manager at Farrar, Anna, she's going there next week for her birthday. And they're not staying at the Stanley because she said it was so expensive and there's so many of them. But she said that they're staying at an Airbnb close to it, and then they're going and investigating. So I don't know if they hold like an investigation there or something now. I'm not sure. I'll have to ask her. She might even be on here. I'm not sure. Her name's Anna. But
because that's closed in most of winter, isn't it?
The whole thing just went.
I didn't see it. But I don't know anything about it, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think it's closed in most of the winter. Then they open it just because of snow out there. So, well, whatever. It'd be cool to see because, Stephen King. You gotta like.
I think Jim Carrey stayed there and like ran out of the hotel room and stuff.
Night or something like that.
And then there's like that clown motel in like Arizona or Vegas or something.
Yeah.
I would not go there.
I would.
How about Doll Island?
No,
You like dolls?
that has nothing to do with it.
I sure think
Yeah, it does.
No, I can go into the comfort of my basement and talk to dolls. I don't need to go out into a freaking island. I don't want to be outside investigating. After what I have experienced out at that school and the events that took place after what I have gone through out there, I don't go outside at night. No,
No, I don't either.
no.
But
It's
Doll
not
Island
happening.
is for the remembrance of people that pass. That's why they hang the dolls.
Whatever. That place just has bad written all over it through the videos. I don't even like watching videos on it.
Now, the one guy that had on the podcast, he's actually going there this year. But he's Mexican Aztec, so it's kind of like his heritage. So he actually
Right.
wants to go.
That's different. And that's another thing. Like, I think sometimes people poke around in places that they shouldn't, that are more cultural, like you don't have business being there. Stay the hell out of there,
Like, I would love to go there, just learn about the cultural aspect of it, not really to investigate.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're a paranormal investigator, you got like history too. It's 1-on-1.
I'm about to run upstairs super quick just to check on my other daughter. I'm gonna have you talk to Oakley for like 5 minutes.
Oh, she's not.
Hopefully.
She's outside of there.
Okay.
Hi, Oakley. So, what's your favorite place?
The infirmary.
The Fairfield.
Yeah, whatever.
Why do you like that place so much?
I honestly don't know why.
Just like it. It's fun.
Yeah, I just like it.
Just like it. So, what place would you like to investigate that you haven't yet? That your mom would let you. Let's put it that way.
Probably the Stanley Hotel.
Yeah. No, that'd be fun. I mean, it's kids there, kid spirits. So, do you think you have a connection with the kids better than your mom when you go investigate?
Yes.
Yeah. Why?
Well, it's because I'm a kid and she's an adult. And kids don't really play with adults. They mostly hang out with kids.
Oh, yeah, that's true. So, I mean, have you ever been scared during an investigation?
Yes.
Where at?
The orphanage.
Orphanage. You don't want to go back there.
Nope.
What was scary about it?
I saw red eyes and green eyes just staring at me.
And that all lit up behind you. Now, with all these dolls in your house, I mean, you're pretty close to them. Do you think they protect you also?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. I think they protect you from anything else. So, I mean, that's kind of, I don't want to say like guardian angel, but guardian dolls, I guess you want to call them.
Yeah.
So, what equipment do you like to use when you go on investigation?
I like to use the bell
Okay.
or the tripwire.
Tripwire is my favorite.
Yeah.
Yeah, Deborah said when her sister was your age, she had something with green eyes stare her down, and she was always terrified of it too.
Yeah.
Besides red and green eyes, were you like terrified, or just the red eyes scared you?
I was terrified.
Yeah, I mean that house is I'm surprised like Skylar likes that place so much. I mean, I don't know, maybe she has a connection with something there. I have no idea, but
There were no I was 6 at the time, and there was no lights on, so it's gonna be scary.
Yeah. Do you think when you're older you go back there?
Probably not.
I don't blame you. I wouldn't either. I've never been there, but I've heard stuff about it. So, what's the one thing you love about investigating?
Um, just sometimes I hear things and see things. That's the cool part.
Uh, you're supposed to say spending time with my mom.
Oh.
See? Haha. The bell just went off. No, I mean, it's cool that your mom takes you and you guys get to have fun and create some memories together. That's what it's all about. So, and you get to learn some stuff.
Yeah.
Not many kids out there are learning about the history of these places because they don't teach history at school anymore. So, what do your friends think about all this?
Some of my friends actually, what's it called? They actually, watch Sam and Kobe and stuff like that.
So, do they think? I don't want to use the word crazy. Do they think you're kind of crazy doing this too, or are they just interested in it?
Oh, they don't think I'm crazy. One of my friends actually wants to, like, go on a ghost hunt with me.
Yeah. No, that'd be fun. I think a couple of kids. I mean, I think you'll get a lot of interaction, especially the places you guys go. I mean, spirits already interact with you. Bring a friend, they're going to interact a little more.
Yeah.
What's your favorite game playing with the spirits?
Um, Hide and seek.
Are you the hider or the seeker?
I have to seek.
You have to seek. Do you find them?
Uh, sometimes I do, but sometimes they come out and run away and then
Oh.
hide somewhere else.
Do you like count to 10, then go try to find them? Where's your favorite
Yeah.
place to play hide and go seek at?
I don't know. There's a lot of places that are good.
I figured elementary school would be fun.
Yeah.
Fair. Do you ever just run off by yourself, or is your mom always with you?
Sometimes like if I'm used to the house, I will, but if I'm not, then I won't.
Okay. That's good. Places you go. Dun, dun, dun. Sorry, just reading some comments here. Deborah thinks it's great that you love to learn about the history of the locations and places you go. That's important. Dun, dun, dun. Do you want to ask me anything?
No.
No. Okay, fine. I can tell you my favorite piece of equipment is the recorder and the tripwire. Those are my two favorite. So in Madison, do you like playing in the big part of the attic then?
Yeah.
Is there a lot of kids up there, spirit wise?
Sometimes there can be, but not all the time.
Not all the time.
One time I had one flirt with me.
What, like a little boy?
Yeah, a little boy.
Little boy?
Yes.
What was his name? Did you get his name?
Emmett.
Emmett. Okay. Did you flirt back?
No.
Tripwire. Just love.
Oh, tripwire. That's like a lie detector. I think you
Yeah.
flirted back.
Okay, I'm back.
All right.
Oh, baby staple.
How'd that go?
It went good. Like we found her favorite places to go and equipment. She's flirting with spirit boys and stuff like that.
Oh yeah. She's got boyfriends all over. Just dead ones.
Just dead ones. Those are the
Like
best
one
ones.
time, we were walking in Gettysburg, and it was a kid from the orphanage, and he was just walking on the street too. And then, what's it called? He started like flirting.
So I swear she has a past life in Gettysburg. She dresses up in like the old time clothes. There's the reenactment clothes are so expensive. It's honestly ridiculous.
But I spent my money last time.
But she has multiple outfits that she spends her birthday money on and gets a new outfit or a bonnet, gloves, you name it, the apron, all of it. She does that yearly. She spends her birthday in Gettysburg in February, and we freeze the entire time.
But
And she makes us walk the town in blizzards.
But one time it was super warm.
We do get good times that it's like warm in February there, and it's like way warmer than Ohio sometimes. But she dresses up in these old time clothes, and these spirits, it's like a magnet. They like instantly gravitate to her. And in Gettysburg, we go to the schoolhouse out there, and there's this little boy named Jack, and he immediately comes through as soon as she's there. He loves her. But she has girls that really like her too. Elizabeth from the farmhouse, they have a really good connection.
Same with Debbie.
When we were at the farmhouse like a year ago, it was Sierra's first time in Gettysburg. It was her first time at the farmhouse, and Elizabeth really likes Oakley, and she went to bed. She wouldn't come in the farmhouse. It was the second tour. So she was tired, and it was like one of our last nights there, and Oakley was just like too tired to do the farmhouse, and she's done it so many times. She was like, I'm going to the car and sleeping. And my husband, Derek, he actually was sleeping in the car, so I just let her go out there and sleep with him because he doesn't care. Like he's just there. So he was in the car as well, sleeping, and she was out there, and we were up in the farmhouse. And Elizabeth, this was in a group of a public tour with all these people, and the spirit box, like, you know, like the regular SB7 hooked up to like a portal guitar amp thing. All you keep hearing is Oakley, Oakley, Oakley over and over. And I'm just sitting there and I'm looking at the guide, Bobby, because he's Uncle Bobby at this point.
He's besties with us.
He lets her run the tours literally when we're there. Like she does the tour if you're in Gettysburg with us.
Dom, I took over.
So I'm looking at him and he's looking at me and he's just shaking his head. And Sierra is sitting there, and this spirit was so angry. Sierra took a picture and she like didn't ask permission. And Elizabeth is usually pretty nice. I guess Sierra got the most overwhelming feeling. She was freaking out. She was telling me, she was like, I am so scared right now. She's like, that spirit said she's going to kill me through Spirit Talker. And like, she always has like these negative run-ins with spirits. And it's like really funny because she freaks out. But this Elizabeth was really upset that Oakley was not up in there. And Derek out in the car had said that somebody kept tapping on the window and he thought we were messing with him. And he was so mad when we came out to the car. He's like, I don't find it funny, you and Sierra tapping on the window. And when I look, it's like you guys aren't there. So I really don't know if you're messing with me or not. And like he was like fishing for answers. And we're just like looking at him and we're looking at each other and we're like, nobody came out there. Because honestly, like I said, I don't go outside at night, and especially at that farmhouse because it's on. I don't know if you've been there or not.
Probably not.
Probably not. Like she knows you. So there's like a fence line and it's like private property, but it's like a huge part of the battlefield. There were like a lot of deaths. I don't remember the history. I just
and
I live in the moment. Okay. I see the visions. I don't freaking tell the stories. I see it. So there's like this big, huge plot of land, and people go out there and they investigate and they take pictures and they see soldiers and they get all sorts of stuff. But I personally don't go out there and I don't know. But for Derek to be a skeptic and not ever like really come around and like be sleeping out in the car, not giving a crap, and it's all peaceful and you're just sleeping and someone just keeps tapping on the window and no one's there.
I would have been like,
Chris Boggs just jumped on a little bit ago. He said, hey, you guys. Skylar says, hey.
Oh, Skylar says, hey.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi.
Oh, hi. They had a great time together on the bridge.
You should tell him how what happened on the bridge. I ain't telling that story. That thing was.
So ever since, like I was telling you, like that story out at Farrar, what me and Sierra went through with that thing, there were many instances like all over where we would travel to do investigations and take our vacations and our road trips that we would have in run-ins with things that were like similar, to that thing or something. I don't know. I never had anything like that. Any of these things happen until after that experience out there. And like I said, I never freaking believed any of that crap. So we go to Soch Bridge, and you've never been to Soch Bridge before?
No, I just heard Chris talk about it.
Okay. So it used to be a pretty quiet spot because, like you said, like investigating wasn't like as big as what it is now. So there are companies like me out there now, like little ghost group, not little ghost groups. I don't mean it like that, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like people that have just created taking people on tours, and it's a huge tourist spot now because it's a free public bridge and it's open 24/7. So people have figured this out, and they go there because you can't be on the battlefield after dark. So it's a free spot. You can be there after dark. And there at this point, dude, like you could, if Chris is still on here, I have never when we met them there was a freaking tour bus, a double-decker tour bus with a lady and a microphone. And she was like, blah, 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 like yelling over. You couldn't even do anything. You couldn't even breathe, honestly. It was miserable, but we made the best of it, like we were just meeting up because, we were both in town for the bash and everything.
The bash was silly.
But this one in particular night, and this is what I'm trying to say, is it's very popular now. You don't get very many chances where you're alone at this bridge. That's unheard of at this point. So we're there. It's me, Oakley, and Sierra. And we were just out and about. We were waiting for our investigation with Bobby later that night. We were probably doing the murder house or something.
Yeah, we were.
And we were just waiting around to like wait for our time. And once we just wanted to like go do stuff, you're out and about. Like it was after dark. We decided we were going to go to Soch Bridge, and we were fine because we're like, people are always there. Us three girls will be fine because there's always plenty of other investigators there, and you'll feel safe because being a woman investigator, you really have to be super careful. I'm just saying, like, you need to have eyes on the back of your head and on the freaking sides because people are crazy. So especially with a child, So we felt comfortable. We were like, let's go to Soch Bridge because people are always there.
There was 3 cars and then they left.
We show up. There's no one on the bridge. They're all in their cars. And which is normal. People sit in their cars and just observe and take pictures because I'm telling you, it is such an active spot. And they're all in their cars. So we pull up. As soon as we pull up, they all left. Literally just like, it was a very awkward moment. It was almost like a movie scene. It was like too perfect. So we pull up. They all 3 leave. I look over at Sierra and Oakley and we all look at each other. We're like, we got the bridge to ourselves. Like, this is going to be awesome. We don't even take any equipment out because as soon as we step out the car, it was just this feeling. The feeling in the attic? Well, this is like a different type of feeling. When you experience this feeling, you'll never forget this feeling. So we step out the car and we kind of like look around and we get out and Sierra goes, I think we should leave the car running. And I'm like, I'm not leaving the car running. Stop. Like, I always have to like calm her down, I'm like, just chill out. And Oakley, she won't express herself right away, but I can read it on her face if she's scared. And I could tell she was like walking real slow, huddled up in between me and Sierra, where normally she's like hop, skipping around, being a weirdo. So we were all walking, and even I was a little bit on edge, and we get into the center of the bridge. I think I literally brought 1 REM pod, and I had
I brought a K2, 1 K2.
I was gonna say we had 1 piece of equipment. I know that's all we had, and it was just because we had it out ready to go. So it had to have been the K2. So we all are just standing there looking around, and it's just silent. You just hear the river flowing underneath the bridge, just like peaceful as heck, but the worst feeling of your life. Like you're about to be murdered by that freaking Scream guy, the mask. And I'm standing there in the middle of the bridge, and Oakley is standing there, and she goes, I want to go back to the car. And I was like, no, chill out. We literally just walked out here. It hasn't even been 30 seconds. And Sierra goes, I want to go back too. And I was like, what the heck is wrong with you guys? I was like, turn on the K2 or whatever. I was like, give me that. And like, I like click it on. And as soon as I click it on, this is a sturdy bridge. This isn't like a rickety freaking thing.
This is the sturdiest bridge in the whole
You can
world.
stomp on it and it's not going anywhere. You know, like it had a tour bus full of people on this thing and it wasn't shaking or rocking or doing a damn thing.
They built it the right way.
So, I kid you not,
Something shifted the whole thing.
as soon as I click on the K2, something from above, I don't even know how to explain it to you. Like she's saying, the entire bridge shook. The entire bridge shook to where we wobbled, and it rattled on top of us. Like it vibrated, and then like we were like, whoa, like we lost our balance. That's how hard this like an earthquake almost. I've never been through an earthquake, but that's what I would imagine it was like. And we all look at each other, and I have ever since that experience like researched and like try to like figure out like what to do in situations, the best thing to do. And it says that you just don't acknowledge anything and you just pretend it's not there and act normal. Don't show fear. Just like pretend you're fine, basically. Don't acknowledge. And as soon as the bridge shook, Oakley starts bawling her eyes out. She starts screaming because Sierra goes, what was that? She like screams, you know, and she starts bawling. And I go, what was what? I was like, calm down, guys. Calm down. We're fine. We're fine. And I'm like trying to keep my composure. I'm laughing, but it really wasn't funny. And we like slowly start walking back to the car. And I was like, yeah, I didn't. I stayed. I stayed
You're
to
like,
see if something else would happen. And I pulled out my camera because this was insane. Okay.
Rocks come.
This was crazy. And so as I'm standing there, Sierra and Oakley are like huffing and puffing back to the car as fast as they can. Oakley's at like sobbing, bawling her eyes at this point. And as they're walking back, like something starts being thrown at the bridge, like rocks are being thrown at the bridge. And I don't know where my video's at because I have so many, it's ridiculous. But I'm looking around and you can hear the clicks on my camera. And that started to make me really nervous. So I started to walk back to my car as well. But I'm still like, you guys, look, I'm fine. Like everything's fine. There's nothing here. And as soon as I said that, it threw it at me instead of the bridge. Then I was like, whoa. And Sierra goes, get in this car right now. Da, 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 da. And Oakley is hysterical. It's a freaking scene.
I'm hiding under the seat.
She was in the back hiding underneath the seat. And Sierra is losing it. She's crying too. And I just don't want to expose her like that. But she was crying too. And I'm just like videotaping. And I'm like, there's nothing here. And then literally a big rock, like a bunch of rocks, you could hear just like multiple being thrown. But there was nothing there. And I was like, okay, I'm done. I'm getting in the car and we're leaving. And I called Bobby because we were going to the investigation.
I don't think we had an investigation. I think he was just coming.
He was done with the tour and then we're not going to talk about it on here. We can't expose our secrets. So we were waiting. We were waiting for him. So I called him because his tour had ended. And I was like, dude, and I told him what happened. And he was shocked. He was like, first off, when is there nobody at Soch Bridge? And he goes, and second of all, he goes, why would you get out the car with no one at Soch Bridge? And then he was like, let's go to Soch Bridge right now. And I was like, okay. Cause he was like, not happy. You know, he saw how upset Oakley was. He's like, I have never seen her like that.
And then you guys dropped me off at the hotel.
And so we took her back to Aunt Heather, Sierra's mom, at the hotel because Oakley was not going back. And so me, Bobby, and Sierra, we went to the bridge and there were a couple other people there, of course, and nothing had happened. It was complete crickets and a completely different vibe. That feeling was gone. Nothing happened at all. And he was just like, that's crazy. Like he could not believe it.
But that's insane how like I left and then
Nothing.
Yeah, it was insane.
See ya.
The huff. All right. Well, we're going to wrap this up anyways.
Okay.
Oakley, it was good talking to you.
Say goodbye.
Bye.
Goodbye. Goodbye, everyone.
No, I mean, it's a crazy story. Kind of like cryptid type, like Mothman / Bigfoot type.
Does Mothman even exist?
I don't know what exists, Oakley. At this point, I'm not saying nothing.
I say Bigfoot exists.
I think if you experience it and you go through it, you really don't even want to talk about it because it just doesn't seem real.
No, I appreciate you coming on. Everybody out there, I appreciate you jumping on. Questions, comments, whatever you had. Honestly, check out Haunted Havens on Facebook. If you have issues trying to find her events, there's a video out there somewhere how to do it.
Okay. You just have to go and you have to click the tab.
More.
I don't even know what
More.
it says at this point.
Just
I've said
more.
it so many freaking times. But I have a website coming. It's just slowly being put together because it's a learning process.
But if you're having issues trying to find what she has, contact me or contact her and we'll walk you through it because I know how to do it now.
Can you say goodbye? Can you light up the lights and say goodbye? Or you can ask them to.
You light the lights? Buy dolls.
I think
see?
Did they do
They're
it?
tired. It's bed. It's bedtime for them.
And they're wondering why they can't see the comments on here. They've never done Facebook Live besides another time. With you, I think it was.
Yeah, that was with me.
Yep.
Anyways, Haunted Havens, Facebook. Check out her TikToks, ClevelandParacon.com.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff coming out here and there about that. That's starting to ramp up a little bit. It'll be here before we know it. Obviously, I will be there with Nacho and a whole bunch of other vendors will be there.
Yep. You'll be sponsoring.
Yeah, sponsoring.
With Creepy Crates and Wadruna, Stasia, and Patrick.
Yeah.
They'll be there.
I'll be doing live podcasts from there. We'll see how that goes.
Crazy.
No, it's going to be fun. I mean, I'm still every day in my mind trying to think of stuff. So a lot of gift baskets, be a lot of giveaways, always for a good cause. So check it out. If you don't want a vendor, stop by and say hi. It's going to be great. I mean, I think it's going to be awesome. So
lots of good stuff.
Yeah, lots of good stuff. So Stephanie, take care. I'm sure I'll talk to you sooner than later.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Thanks, everybody. I'm going to end this. Hour 37 minutes. Have a good night.
Goodbye.
Bye, Stephanie.